here's a look at herO. Up 2 games, looking to close this out and get to the grand finals to face Dark. ByuL has to make it work now. Has to win 3 games in a row against CJ herO. No easy feat.
No, definitely not. Definitely possible, though. Absolutely possible. We saw comebacks already in this tournament. Even Rogue almost got a comeback. Nobody would have ever imagined that was ever going to happen.
No, never ever. Cactus Valley, going to be the map. Very important game to play on.
Oh, this is such a tough map for ByuL here. I feel like, just especially considering he's down 0-2, taking risky moves here, not going to necessarily pay off. Let's see if herO can close it out or if ByuL is going to live a little longer.
CJ&2's herO 김준호 vs CJ&2's ByuL 한지원.
The bottom right, up 2-0, it's herO.
Down the bottom left, CJ ByuL. Got to win 3 games. Starts now, ByuL.
Starts now, 1 life left. And herO actually looks like super focused right now.
Well, he must be floating right now, man. He's in such a commanding position.
The main thing is herO has looked really stressed out today, more than I think I've seen him actually possibly ever in a tournament. He looks like really focused, like this matters to him a lot. And
it's a great opportunity as well, you know, getting to the finals once again. He hasn't had that success in career. It's the one place he hasn't had success.
Yeah.
If he can get that win today, you know, he's going to be up against Dark in the finals as well, and I think that's a much better chance than being up against Life.
Absolutely. herO is probably looking at this like, if I win against ByuL, I win the whole thing, which is what he said in his interview as well.
Yeah, I believe it too. Best opportunity he's had.
All right, Gateway expand again.
He's going to stay on this build, which we just didn't see from him yesterday.
Yep. Change it up. One of the most important things to do in Starcraft, especially when you're known for something, to do something different against a teammate even. Smart move. Hatch first here for ByuL. Don't think we're going to see double hatch, do you?
We could definitely see it. I think we could see it again. I mean, it wasn't like it was the build that killed him last game. It was him just not identifying early enough what was coming his way.
2 more drones.
See where the new drones come? Yeah, it's going to be double hatch.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, not a bad choice. Overlord Scout's what it's going to be as well. It's going to be Gateway expand again. So he knows, okay, kind of the same situation as last game. I just have to be extra careful. He's got a good Overlord positioning this time around with the Overlord Scout going the right way.
And I feel like the spawning locations for the third base he's taking is not bad either. Like, his third base is really far away from herO.
Yeah,
his natural's somewhat exposed, and he can actually get, like, choke pointed out if there's, like, a big sentry push or something like that, but I like this position for ByuL more than the last game, even just for how the bases kind of line up.
Yeah, better sort of map layout for the extra bases. Now let's see when he gets his gases is the next question I want to see, because does he want to try for, you know, a late gas like he did last game, you know, get a link speed out just a little too late? Everything just kind of came a little too late last game. He's going to try and keep an eye on that Cyber Core, see if it's going to get chrono boosted out.
Yep, just waiting a little bit longer before he shows any of those gases if he's going to take them. Obviously, the probe's right in there. So, I think herO might do something really similar to last game. Let's keep an eye on that chrono boost, as the Overlord is want to do here. It's actually moving away from the Cybernetics course. He's not going to be able to check it. He leaves and then comes back to see if he can see the gases, and he's going to see that gas timing.
Sees 2 gases. And there we go. There is ByuL's first gas. Cancels it, actually.
Yeah, you showed it to the probe and then canceled it.
Yeah, so mind gaming just a little.
So you might be thinking, oh, well, now hero's thinking, oh, I'm going to be dealing with link speed at this timing, but he's not going to be dealing with it at all. So you might alter his build.
Really delayed. Like, it's going to be super, super late gas. Just hardcore droning it up, playing as greedy as he can.
Just so happy to be on camera.
And there's a forge coming down. So herO might be going for that third base, or at least faking that third base and going for an all-in with the +1. Either or, we did see that game one.
Oop, Link's going to get in here. Also going to actually mess up the gateway.
Oh, you might have to force field or block with the clear.
Nice. Oh!
What?
I was wondering about that earlier because I knew that wasn't a tight wall there.
Yeah, well, there you go. He does see the forge as well, so everything kind of given away at this point.
Oh, the gate's delayed, and he's actually going to lose his probe. Ooh. This is really good for ByuL in every single sense of the word. Saves the probe for now. Might lose this one, though. Yep.
6-minute gases from ByuL. So pretty late this time around, but he can afford it. He knows what he's up against.
It's actually going to be supply blocked for a little while here with that Overlord loss. He didn't preemptively add those, so actually making 3 Overlords now. Of course, one of those pop can make the units. Luckily, Zerg does have that larva mechanic, so when you get supply blocked as a Zerg, it's not as bad as some of the other races. So you can use that larva that's available to you anyways right away. Still hurts, you still lose some time.
Sure. Yep. I mean, the lava you're not spending when you got over 3, you're not making any extra lava either. So.
That's true, and also, keep in mind, like, those 10 drones he made, he could have maybe had 2 or 3 extra trips on all of them by the time that they came out. They were out faster.
But just the same, we do see 3 fully saturated bases, at least mineral-wise. Roach Warren, Evo Chamber coming down. herO will be going for that third base this time around as well.
Yeah.
But he does have 5 gates, mind you, so it could actually be an empty, and I think it might be. He just wants to be aggressive. We're just seeing nothing but aggression today.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're up against a build like this...
And look at this, 6 gases, he scouts as well. He scouts an extra 2 gases on the third base, so he knows ByuL is still in greed mode. And nothing but drones are coming out.
Nothing but drones. He is getting a lot of upgrades. The speed, of course, getting closer to being finished. It's getting +1. Roach Warren is coming up. It's going to be done in just a second. If he can buy a few more seconds, he will have a few roaches out to help defend this.
Yeah, but is it going to be too late?
Might be, man.
+1 is finished. He just has to warp in Stalkers from this point.
He's going to try to counterattack, it looks like, or try to catch some reinforcing sentries with some of these lings. Oh, some of these lings are already going down for free. Does not want to be doing this. The creep spread is really important here. It's actually pretty far along.
He could force field off the natural and just kill the third base. And I think he should and probably will do that. And he can recall from this as well.
Yep.
This is such a bad place for ByuL once again.
Ling speed is done. Those lings are...
Oh, beautiful force fields.
Force field is good. The lings at the third are going to force a cancel over there for herO. But that's not really a big deal for him. That's not actually his game plan. It was an empty third anyways he was planning on using here. These roaches spawn right into zealots and sentries that surround and kill them instantly. Drones over here are starting to fall down as well. Needs to regroup the rest of his army together and maybe just target down this hatch. Look at all these drones out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think chasing the drones is going to get anything done at this point. And now roaches are getting decent numbers. That's actually too many roaches for herO to fight at this point. So he is going to force field it off and recall.
That's exactly what you were talking about. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, good choice there.
Starts blink at +2. That's going to be the follow-up here.
Nice. Really solid play from herO. And look at that. 3 more gateways being added as well. So he's going up to 8.
You think he'll add the third base at all here?
Probably not for a while. I think he's in full defensive mode for now. It's simply too hard to fight against this many roaches on the map with just gateway units and not even blink yet. He's got to be very careful where he is.
I think you're right. Also lost a few sentries, so maybe a bit tough against this many roaches.
You could even just, mass stalk from here and just go for another secondary all-in.
That's what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to add just, maybe even an Immortal with that Robo, send an Observer across with it. And if he adds a third base here, trying to hold on to it, is just going to cost him too many force fields. It's going to weaken his push.
Yeah, everything's going to get slowed down at this point.
So Spire hidden over here. Just something to keep in mind. Should ByuL hold this, he's going to have that trick up his sleeve.
Still a way away there. He's only on 4 gases for now, and he's always on a threat of herO just moving out and trying to end the game. If he doesn't have enough units on the map, enough Roach Hydra, he can just lose.
Yeah. Oh, did he cancel? He canceled that Spire.
Huh.
Can always make it later, but looks like he wants that money right now because he sees this push coming across, the secondary push. +2 and blink, such a terrifying composition. Very aggressive blink forward here, but it's going to actually work out for him pretty well. He's going to get a few of these roaches early on.
Yeah,
and now this army is so far away from where it needs to be.
So far away. 8 Hydras on the way. He needs to get them out ASAP. Groove Spine's not going to be ready for the fight if it comes anytime soon. And that's also a pretty big deal when you're fighting against Mass Stalker.
right, Mothership Core has enough for a time warp as well. Where he uses that is so important.
Look at that warp in.
Huge warp in here.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god, this Protoss army.
Very similar supplies, but it's going to be a hard place to fight from going up this little choke point.
Always adds this Colossus whenever he does this. And now moving up the ramp, blinking forward, and those force fields are so good here. And that time warp exactly where it needs to be. Now it can force out those roaches out that are out of position. And ByuL's army is getting cut to pieces little by little.
Completely decimated at this point. Still going to be very careful with positioning because they can attack in 3 different ways.
Yep, and another big warp in there. He wished he could have grabbed that warp prism with his Hydras, but he just can't. And now this Protoss army is just ripping it apart again, little by little, because these 3 armies are all separated from each other, and ByuL is just losing them all separated. They can't get them together because of this Protoss position. He just cut right through the center.
Yep, that's the problem with this map, and the problem with this choke. And he's going to try and just close it out here, trade with the army.
I think he's just going to win this game right away here. Force field's running low, but it doesn't matter. GG, 3-0.
Once again, 2-3-0 to the semis. You're looking unstoppable.
Really, really is. Wow.
Disappointing display from ByuL. Very unfortunate. Not looking too happy. No surprise there. Yeah. Life and ByuL, the 2 players that I picked for the finals, crashing out.
I had faith in herO, but I definitely was feeling Life was going to take out Dark.
Yeah.
And I could not feel stronger about herO, his position against Dark. If he can beat ByuL 3-0, what can Dark hope to achieve?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think herO has a very good chance going into this. Granted, it's not his teammate. He doesn't know him inside and out, but Dark is just not looking, doesn't look as strong as ByuL even, you know, coming into this tournament.
Definitely so. Oh, wow. What a just good display of Protoss' pushing power, really, and punishing power versus someone who goes for that greedy of a speed. And also just how kind of the maps work out.
Cactus Valley. Hate that map.
Moonglade hates it. Sojong, how do you feel about it?
I just got here, so...
Good question.
This should happen yesterday and the day before. 2-3-0. What? Well,
this is unbelievable, you know, considering if the days we've had, you know, in the last 2 days. Like 28 games happened yesterday.
Not a single 3-0 until today, and we had 2 of them back to back.
Well, you know what? These players are very tired now as well. You know, they've had these hectic days that have just dragged on for so long. Granted, they weren't playing in every single game, but they had to come here, play like these very big best-of-5s and go home and rest.
I mean, they were here in the studio for pretty much the whole day, both days. I cast 18 hours and 10 minutes according to Kim Billy. He calculated it. I cast 52 games.
That's insane.
And so, I mean, all these players have been here for just as long. And how tired I've been. I can imagine sitting in a booth in front of a huge crowd with like so many WCS points and so much money on the line.
Oh, yeah.
And actually just trying to keep my composure and not make mistakes. So difficult.
Yeah, definitely so. And it doesn't help that Life was sick as well. And for ByuL, I'm not sure. Just unfortunate that he had to play against his teammate who knows him just a little too well.
All right.